Hey guys, Rock21 here, and today I will be doing a short list on albums that I own, own physical copies of, and really like, but just don't really listen to that often. Yeah, this is going to be another one of my kind of vlog-styled videos, like the last video I did about 3 days ago called bands that everyone likes but I don't like, and I think the first video I did that was kind of like this was about a week ago called Rock Bands I Think Should Be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So yeah, it's going to be kind of short, chill, minimal editing. Well, really most of my videos don't have that much editing. So yeah, I kind of like doing these videos. I don't know why. They're really simple, they're fun, and I just like making them. So yeah, on with the list. The first album on this list that I own and like, but barely ever listened to, is AC/DC's 1980 album, Back in Black. Their first album with Brian Johnson, whom I love. Now, I know exactly why I don't really listen to this album that much. I think it's because I hear, literally half of these songs on the radio constantly. Like, Hell's Bells, Shoot the Thrill, Back in Black, You Shook Me All Night Long, Rock and Roll and Noise Pollution. I mean, it's almost like a greatest hits. And as much as I love every one of those songs, and as much as I love AC/DC, and they totally rock, but it's just, listening to an entire album of their material can be a bit too repetitive, because a lot of their songs sound exactly the same. If I was to listen to one AC/DC album, all the time, it'd probably be their 1977 album, Let There Be Rock. To be completely honest with you guys, I don't really listen to too much Metallica at all anymore. But when I do, it's usually 1984's Ride the Lightning, which is my favorite Metallica album ever. And I can't really say I've ever cared for 1988's Injustice for All too much. I don't know why, I just don't. So that means the one I have to talk about is 1986's Master of Puppets, which many people consider to be their magnum opus. A lot of old-timers here in this channel may remember that this was actually one of the first album reviews I ever did on here, so in that way it kind of holds a special place in my heart. And even though I still think this is a killer album filled with just killer songs, and I still just love blasting my eardrums out with Battery, it's just that my styles have changed. I'm more into 70s blues rock than thrash metal, and as I said, it's still a killer album, but just, I don't really dig it as much as I used to. As you guys already know by now, I am a massive Led Zeppelin fan. In fact, I love them so much, I've decided to dedicate the entire month of August to nothing but Led Zeppelin to commemorate their 50th year anniversary as a band. So yeah, you could say I'm a pretty big Led Zeppelin fan. And like most people, I do think of Physical Graffiti as one of their best and most ambitious albums. But the reason why I don't really listen to it that much is actually quite simple. And it's that when I want to listen to a song that's on the other side, I actually have to manually switch out the CD. And I'm a lazy ass, so I don't like doing that. Now this one, I just don't get why I don't listen to it that much, because Exile on Main Street is considered to be one of the greatest rock albums ever, by one of my favorite artists ever. So why don't I listen to it more? I don't really know. See me, feel me, touch me, heal me. Like Exile, this is one of the most iconic albums ever by one of my favorite artists ever, The Who. The reason why I think Tommy is just such an important album is because it was one of the first ever rock operas. In fact, the very first rock opera. And I just think it takes a true genius like Pete Townsend to think of an idea this freaking cool. I mean, it's a rock opera, a rock and roll album that tells a story. How cool is that? So I remember seeing it for the first time in the record store, and the second I saw it, I picked it up and took it home. And I listened to the whole thing the second I got back, and I loved it. But for some reason, ever since then, I have not listened to the album once. The reason why I haven't listened to this album that much is because the songs are not really meant to stand alone. So if you're really looking for something to rock out to, then Tommy probably isn't it. The songs are not meant to stand alone, meaning that if you just took one song, like an individual song from Tommy, and listened to it, you'd be like, that's not even that good of a song. Why is this whole album seen as such a masterpiece? The thing is, you need to string them all together to make one big song, if that makes any sense. They're all linked together. They're all connected. If you listen to them out of order, then the whole story won't make sense and all this other stuff. So basically, that's why The Who would never play any of the songs from Tommy, like, as individuals. They would always play the entire opera as a whole. And even though that Tommy is a landmark in music, I just can't really listen to the whole album time and time again, because I'm just looking for something to rock out to sometimes, and the songs don't always deliver. But if you want a good story, then look no further. Well guys, that was my video. I hope you liked it, and if you did, make sure to leave that thumbs up, and if you want to stay tuned in for more content, then slap that subscribe button, and I'll be here making more videos just for you guys. So until next time, bye.